All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Yeah, Big Dog Brett, thanks so much for tuning in. Glad you guys are here. Getting in the Christmas spirit, having a good time. Yeah. So we're gonna give everybody a few more minutes to jump on. Man, a lot has gone on in the past couple of days. Whew. We're gonna get into as much of it as we can. Unfortunately, the show is limited to the amount of free time I have. So at some point, my tired self is going to have to call it a night. But as long as the chat is lively, we will keep it going as long as we can. So I'm going to go ahead and start pulling up some stuff while I'm waiting for you guys to jump in. One more thing. What was that other thing? There was one other thing. I can't remember what it was. Checking on some stuff right now. Yeah, there is yeah, so we don't know. Yeah. All right, let's see who we got in here so far. Husker Gray, how you doing? Shelly Mack, Pastor Dave, one of our resident members. Merry Christmas, sir. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for tuning in. Jay Shipes, what's up, sir? Shabazz Al, how you doing, sir? John Ruglio, how you doing? Yeah. Peanut Roll Tide says Roll Tide 3 times the Christmas tree. Shelly Max says hit thumbs up, y'all. Appreciate that. Thumbs up, much appreciated. Man, so much to talk about, including we're going to address some of the rumors that we've heard so far about what's been going on behind the scenes. Yeah. So a lot of stuff going on with UGA. A lot of stuff going on, trying to get some season prediction stuff. Also, apparently, in addition to that, as Uncle Lou might say, yeah. So for those of you who don't know, it looks like, man, I'm going to double check. Let's see what we pulled up with here. Yeah. So those of you who don't know, this also just happened. I'm going to share my screen here so you guys can see it. I don't need that screen. Let's get rid of that one. Let's get rid of this one. Let's go to here. Okay. If y'all go back and watch that game with Cincinnati, JT was not, and I repeat, was not all that. I can say we good with Stetson. Yeah. Well, that's the opinion of some fans. It's not the opinion of all fans. I'm certainly one of not of the all fans category. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and try and share my screen here. Let's see if I can do it like this. I'm going to do share screen for the 35th time because I want to make sure that you know you are sharing your screen. Okay. So apparently, those of you who don't know, it looks like, let's do this right here. Looks like the Texas A&M has pulled out of the Gator Bowl. Yeah, citing COVID-19 issues and some injuries. Texas A&M will not participate in the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl because of COVID-19 issues and season-ending injuries within the program, leaving Wake Forest without an opponent as officials try to find a replacement team, it announced Wednesday. It is unfortunate, but we just don't have enough scholarship players available to field a team. I find this interesting because I believe the current COVID-19 protocols that they're using, man, my sinuses are right up. You have to have like 10 days. I think it's 10 days. Their game is scheduled on the 31st, which is 9 days away. So they probably would have had, and I think it's 10 days from the day you have symptoms. So, and I'm not saying you should play sick. If you're sick, obviously that's a problem. We don't want anybody to be sick. But according to this report, if the game is scheduled for the 31st and players are able to play, yeah. So I'm not sure if that might have been a premature call. I really hate it for everyone involved, including the fans that bought tickets, airfare, hotels, the players that get sick. Of course, we want everyone to get well soon. Certainly hope nothing serious happens to any of these players. But yeah, that is mightily disheartening for everyone involved. We just didn't have enough. We can't put other players that are healthy, and you can't put other players that are healthy at risk. Not sure what they mean by that. What are they looking at here? I'm trying to figure out what else is going on. Whatever waivers might need to be in place to enable that to happen are likely to happen, including teams that have already played it. Whoa. Look at this. Wake Athletic Director John Curry said at least 5 teams have reached out expressing an interest to play, including teams that have already played in a bowl. Yeah. And apparently they're also looking at a few teams that are not necessarily bowl eligible, like Illinois. Yeah, so they will likely fill this slot. This is really sad because Texas A&M is the only team this year that's beaten Alabama so far. So yeah, that's terrible. Yeah. Let's see. Pastor Dave says he's not good with Stetson. I'm with you, sir. Let's see. Watch Bennett throw 3 INTs. Georgia defense is a problem, not just the offense. Listen. All right. So let's do it. All right. Apparently we got to do this. So I mean, let's just do it. Let's just do it. Here's my opinion, and I don't mean to hurt anybody's. Well, I don't. If I do, I don't mean to. My intention of saying this is not to hurt anybody's feelings or make them upset or any of that stuff. But this is my opinion. If Stetson Bennett, let me back up a little bit more. I don't want a quarterback, regardless of whether it's Stetson Bennett, JT Daniels, anybody. I don't want a quarterback that has to depend on the entire rest of the team to win the game. I want a quarterback who can pick up 10 other guys on the offense and drag them to the finish line. That's what I want. I want a George Pickens caliber quarterback. I have a George Pickens caliber wide receiver. I want a George Pickens caliber quarterback. And if you think Stetson Bennett's that guy, then you clearly haven't seen him try to throw the ball very deep very often. He does not have the arm. Stetson Bennett is never going to be able to single-handedly win a game. Point in case, if you are not an LSU fan, I want you to name 3 receivers on LSU's team the year they won the national championship without being able. I want you to find a person who can name 3 receivers but can't name the quarterback. You can't do it because everybody knows that Joe Burrow was unbelievable. That's what you need. You can't say that the defense is a problem whenever the offense can't stay on the field. That's not the defense. That's not the defense's fault. By the way, there's also apparently information coming out right now that the reason Georgia's defensive line played as bad as they did was because they were all recovering from the flu. So you say what you want to, but can you blame a bad quarterback or can you blame a bunch of recovering sick players? Everybody that watched that game looked at Georgia's defensive line and went, what in the world? But JT wasn't accurate either. Just watch him last year. While you may say that, I want you to name one time that that Stetson Bennett has thrown for over 400 yards. Name one time where Stetson Bennett has thrown for over 390 yards. Because I can name 4 or 5 occasions where JT Daniels did it, but Stetson Bennett could not. And I can also show you in the same games that where Stetson Bennett played with George Pickens versus where JT Daniels played with George Pickens and the numbers that George Pickens had. To me, that is a defining factor stat that George Pickens is able to get the job done when he has a competent quarterback. Now, is Stetson Bennett a good quarterback? Yes, he is a good quarterback. JT Daniels, better. Is JT Daniels a Heisman Trophy guy? Maybe. Maybe. We don't know because he hasn't played enough. Let's see. Let's support Mr. Bennett. He is UGA starting quarterback. If anything, blame Smart. If he wins, he'd be a UGA prodigal son. First of all, I'm not saying that I want Stetson Bennett to lose. Nobody wants Stetson Bennett to win more than I do. You don't. But at some point, you have to face reality and you have to say, hey, which one of these guys has better stats? Which one of these guys has more yards per game? Which one of these guys can consistently hit deep ball passes? Go back and look at Stetson Bennett's accuracy throwing 20-plus yards. There is no comparison between him and JT Daniels. None. So when you need a quarterback to have a big arm in a big game, you need a guy that has done that in the past. Is Stetson Bennett mobile? Sure. But guess what you don't need? You don't need to be a mobile quarterback if you can hit your throws. You don't. You don't need to be a scrambling, running, mobile quarterback if you can hit passes downfield. For instance, look at Bryce Young. What's going on, Neo? Bryce Young doesn't have a whole lot of rushing yards, but I think they threw for like 400-something yards against Georgia in the SEC championship game. Is the guy mobile? Sure. Can the guy be more mobile? Sure. Did he need to be? Not at all. He was out there killing it with his arm. That's what you need a quarterback for. You just do. JT Daniels is not a running quarterback. You are right. Stetson's best ball is a 50-50 ball. No, Stetson's best ball is a pass to James Cook on a rollout. Check down. That's what he can do. And a Brock Bowers pass across the middle. That's his two best passes. Every now and then he'll have a pretty pass to a corner, the end zone. Every now and then he'll have a pretty pass downfield. But I don't need a pretty ball every now and then. I need a pretty ball every time you throw it. That's what I need. And there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with a Georgia fan standing up and saying, I want the best quarterback for the job. I have seen better performance out of Stetson. I have seen better performance out of JT than I've seen out of Stetson. That's just what it is. All right, guys, we're about 15 minutes in. Really appreciate you guys being here. Do me a favor. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share. The like is great. The subscribe is better, and the share is pretty close to the top. Currently, I'm broadcasting on 3 channels. I'm broadcasting on the UGA. I'm broadcasting to my channel, Big Dog Brett. I'm broadcasting to the SEC Voice of College Football channel. I'm also broadcasting to the SEC Georgia Voice of College Football. And if you guys go over and check, if you go to YouTube, you can search for Mark Rogers TV. He has a whole bunch of channels over there. Please go subscribe to him. He does tons of stuff all the time. Great content over there, and he does stuff pretty much every single day. So go check those out. Let's see. Stetson is a Ferrari. Compared to a jet fighter, yep, that's accurate. Sure. What's up, all you yard dog or yard bird? What other quarterbacks do you have, or do y'all have, or incoming? Brock Vandergriff, Gunnar Stockton, Carson Beck are pretty much the ones we're looking at right now. What's going on, Steve? Stetson is a Ford. Georgia's great at wide out and tight end. They need JT to throw to him. I agree. Which BVG would be getting ready if we weren't going to see JT? I agree. Stetson is a V6 Mustang. That would make a great T-shirt. Absolutely. When he did run, it counted. I love how the Alabama fans are proving my point for me. When an Alabama fan is saying that we should be cheering for Stetson Bennett, that should be the biggest red flag that you should not be cheering for Stetson Bennett. That should be a big red flag too. You need to get rid of this guy ASAP. when your biggest opponent is saying you need to play that guy, you play that guy right there. That's the last guy I'm gonna play. For those of you that are old enough to remember the story about Brer Fox and Brer Rabbit, whatever you do, Brer Fox, don't throw me in the briar patch. That's exactly what you're seeing right here. Do I think JT will be ready if needed? No. I don't. Will he be ready? Yes. Will he be ready? I think 100% he'll be ready. JT was Ryan Danila says the wrong quarterback caught COVID. I've heard some other people say that. I think Uncle Lou said that in a joking fashion, not to joke about COVID, and he wasn't joking about COVID, but he's just that thought popped in his mind. I think Beck is even better than Stetson. Blows my mind that Kirby is stuck on Bennett. I agree 100%. Looking at what we seen when we went to G Day, it was QB1 was JT Daniels, QB2 was Carson Beck, QB3 was Stetson Bennett, and somehow we're still playing Stetson Bennett over everybody else. I don't know. What's up, 225 girl? Did you hear about Pickens being hit with COVID-19 as well? I did. However, apparently he has also tested negative, so that may have been a false positive. So there's a lot more to come out with that. We don't know who else has been who has tested positive. These are just the highest profile ones. But it says George Pickens gets a negative after testing positive. I believe he'll have to go through like a couple of more negative tests that show he's negative and go from there. So the thing that kills me is how everybody's like, "Oh no, JT Daniels got COVID," like he was gonna play. He's not gonna play. What's up, Shane M 1980? Shane M always on the super chat button, sir. Man, I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. He says, "Merry Christmas to you and your family." I greatly appreciate that, sir. I don't care what Alabama fans say about LSU fans. You, sir, are good people. Good people. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. I'm really disappointed Texas A&M is not going to play in the Gator Bowl, man. Really. Yeah, Ryan says Kirby was not going to play Stetson Bennett. Not going to play JT Daniels. Yep. So hope you guys beat Michigan. I'll root for any SEC team versus other conference. Same here. I do the same thing. About 80 of you guys in here. Well, about 86 now. If you guys will go ahead and hit the thumbs up button, much appreciated. Make sure you guys stick around in the off season because we're going to do a lot more off the off-season content. We're going to do the National Signing Day. Currently, Georgia's like third place, but coming up soon, be a lot more coming along. And it won't be, believe it or not, it won't be long before we'll actually be doing Slob Olympics. It's going to be Pigeon Forge this year. Excuse me. Yeah. If you guys want to use it, the PayPal link is out there. I believe it's at the bottom of the screen here. PayPal me. If you want to help out support the channel. If you want to contribute to me buying unnecessary Georgia gear that I really don't need but enjoy having, feel free to do so because that's what I will use it for. I also use it to buy coffee. I like coffee. Richie Hamilton says, love the channel. Y'all need to move on from QB and focus on the D. Looked vulnerable. I guess he means vulnerable. Yes, sir. But it seems to be coming out that the Georgia's defensive line was sick. Oh, my goodness. Talk about a blast from the past. Called this gentleman today. What you doing, Trenches? His exact response was, I'm in a meeting. I was like, I'll call you later. Bye. And he hangs up on me. Oh, let's see if he's really up to the task. All right, guys. Here's the link. If you want to join the show, feel free. Jump in. We'll get after it a little bit. Yeah. Busy, man. He's always busy. Man's got to eat. Hey, I do the same thing, man. I just don't understand how he's busier than me. He only got 2 kids. I got 4 kids. And a YouTube channel. And a woodworking channel. And another YouTube channel that nobody knows about. That's right. Big Dog Brett has another channel that's not related to college football that nobody knows about. I'll make you guys a deal. If you can guess what it's about, I'll tell you. OU Yardbird says, I'm an OU fan, but I like the Georgia channels. You, Uncle Lou, and film guy. Well, I appreciate that. That's a good company to be in. What's up, Trenches?
Up for the task, huh?
Oh, finally. Sometimes,
Yeah, yeah.
sometimes I feel like a ex girlfriend. You just call up every now and then.
You know what's going on with me lately.
Yeah, you busy?
Yeah.
No, it is not about fishing, Ryan. But guess again.
I you told me, Big Dog, what it's about, but
I told you, so you can't guess. You already
I'm
know.
not going to guess. They can figure it out.
You guys can beat Michigan with Stetson. Nothing to worry about. Not sarcastic. Yeah, well, hey, we thought the same thing against Alabama, and look how that turned out. Semifinal or championships can be forfeit.
Is JT gonna play?
Man, you got what's going on in Roll Tide? I'm sorry you broke up on me.
Is JT gonna play?
I doubt it. I don't think they'd let him play even if he was healthy. I really don't.
I think he gonna play.
Well, I hope he does.
Well, Alabama have a little corona problem. Offensive coordinator, offensive lineman coach, they got the corona.
I just I don't know. Texas Rock said basket weaving. No, not basket weaving. I don't want to see your what? No, I'm not doing that, straight dog. You're crazy. I'm not doing that at all. Georgia. I mean, it's going to be Stetson or bust. I mean, that's just what it's going to be. The only way that JT Daniels is going to play is either Stetson has to get hurt or he has to quit the team.
You think so?
I think so. My man, he said, Shane Hill said pottery. Not a chance. Knitting. No, definitely not knitting. Is my other channel about Falcons not knowing how to get Pitts in the end zone? No, not at all. Peaches the Kid says, love you, Brett. Merry Christmas. Same to you, sir. Appreciate it. Love all you guys. The other channel is a gaming channel, bro. No, sir, not a gaming channel. This is fun.
You're making people sweat out here, Big Dog.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. So
hey,
today,
Trenches, how you doing?
Fantastic, man. I think everybody's sleeping on this Georgia-Michigan game. Y'all too worried about Stetson and JT. It's all about Jackson Muschamp, baby. We're going to win a natty with that kid.
Watch old Brock Vandegrift play, too. I mean.
At this point, man. At this point.
I don't care if you put James Cook at quarterback. Just do something different.
Well, I've made the comment that I would rather lose. I'd rather lose with a quarterback than just lose with Stetson.
Hey, Brock's a quarterback. I mean, I think he's probably a better athlete than Stetson is, but Stetson's got the more experience. But shoot, let the young kid play. Heck, if Nick Saban puts in a freshman Tua Tagovailoa, then why not put in a freshman Brock Vandegrift?
Well, the difference is they were putting Tua in all season.
Yeah, that is true.
Tua's getting them reps in.
That is true.
So, no, it's not about religion or politics.
You hitting around your thong fishing channel? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's what it was.
I got you.
He says, the old boy says, Shabazz Al says Stetson is a dry orange. I'm not sure what that means, but I like the way it sounds.
I get in the Orange Bowl. I mean, I guess so.
Let's see. If it's a religion channel, I won't in. It's not. I got some friends that do that stuff. I can send you over to them, but I don't do it, sir.
Between the trenches, no.
Yeah. So a while ago, I think one of these guys said something about oh Lord, look who's here. Look who's here.
Oh, TikTok.
Look who else has shown up. Where are you guys been?
Like, get rid of that one. TikTok's cool.
Ain't seen these people in a while, man. So yeah. So I just there's all kind of rumors flying around. One of the rumors is JT Daniels, this personal doctor disagreed with the team doctor and this, that, and the other. And I'm just thinking, I'm like, that has nothing to do with putting JT Daniels in a game and making him hand the ball off.
All it is smoke and mirrors, big dog. Smoke and mirrors.
I think somebody been smoking something.
Yeah. Old Princess Kirby Smart Saban,
42 years and counting for Georgia. Lord, looking like the Falcons. I guess so. I should have listened to Keith when the season started and just did everything about the Braves. I'd have been much happier at the end of the season.
Georgia's still in it. We're acting like they just lost the game. That's the saddest shit.
It ain't sad. It's routine. It's routine.
It is. I get it, man, but have some hope. I get it. Man. Let me ask you this. You think Deion's upset that Travis Hunter's going to make more than him on his first year?
I think they're going to split it. That's what I think. I think they're going to split it.
I saw somebody saying Deion's going to take a Power 5. I was like, that man is not leaving HBCUs. Now, he wants to build HBCU up to whatever he can.
How is it TikTok going to ask me to drop the link? I drop the link and he doesn't join.
Welcome to the Halls of Fame, Brett. Every Friday at 10 o'clock.
Hey, drop the link. There it is. How's that guy doing on TikTok?
You see my frustration.
Oh, there he is. There he is. What's going on TikTok? Man, are you connected on dial-up?
No, my camera's bad, bro. Sorry.
Dude's got a deer spotlight on his face.
Is the police shining that in your face? Because that's what it looks like. Come on, man. We got to get you a better camera. Do you next time?
I have a better camera. I just don't got it plugged up.
That's even worse.
Man.
There we go.
That's even worse. So what's on your mind, Tickety Top?
Not much, man. Just Georgia curse keeps on coming.
What curse? Yep. Did Saban done hire that voodoo witch doctor down from Louisiana? You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you right now, Brett. This might be a show here. You got twins on top and twins on bottom.
Hold on. Let's see if I can get it even closer. You ready? Here we go.
Nailed it.
Both of them got on red shirts. We got on dark shirts and red hats. Lord have mercy.
So what's up with you, Chess?
Not much. I was wondering why you didn't answer the phone. I was like, what the?
As it turns out, Brett does a live show every Wednesday about this time. May want to subscribe. Turn on.
It's Brett World. We're revolving around it. That's all that's going on.
How you doing, Chess?
Who blocked Ballard?
God, hopefully everybody.
I didn't block you, Ballard. I'll have to go in after the show and unblock you. Somebody apparently blocked you, dude. I didn't do it. I don't block unless it's like you go on like something profanity driven or spam or some racist tirade or whatever. Basically, you don't have to go on a tirade. Just start anything racist, and I'll ban you from channel a heartbeat. But I don't remember you doing any of that because I can still see your chat. So I don't know how you got banned.
Ballard's a nice kid. He would never do that.
I know he wouldn't.
I wouldn't put it past him.
I just pulled a big old splinter out of my hand. Fletch Lives Daily says, first time on here, guys. Entertain me.
Sub Brett up, you'll be entertained for sure.
Yeah, just sub up. You'll be entertained.
So it's already entertaining. We have twins on top, twins on bottom, apparently.
I don't know if I would title that as twins on top.
I don't know that
I wouldn't either though. That's all right.
Ballard's new show is It's two guys, one pigskin, and that's really the name of the show. And I was like, oh boy.
Valor, that maybe would have got you banned. Nobody wants to see your skin, sir. By the way, speaking of skin, thanks for having a shirt on, Chess.
Of course, man. I ain't gonna come in without a shirt on your show. That's
I appreciate that. I was concerned.
No, you're good, brother.
So, pulling splinters, do you work at a cabinet shop? I do not work at a cabinet shop, but I have my own shop in my garage where I build stuff myself. I do, sometimes I do cutting boards. Sometimes I build, I just built a really nice end table for my wife. And then I built a really nice kennel for our dog. It goes into the living room. It's basically an 1.5 inches thick. It's 2 by 10 stacked together, 3 of them wide, and then it goes. I think it's like 49 inches, 48 inches long.
Refurbished the whole bathroom. Man's all about projects.
Dude,
he does good work.
I'm always building stuff with my hands. It helps me keep my sanity. So I've done live edge light fixtures, all kind of stuff.
So is that like a military skill or like is that like something Uncle Sam taught you or something part of that?
It's basically it's half thick. Hold on, Sniper's got to get it figured out again.
Am I loud?
You're echoing there, Stone Cold Booty Sniper.
Mute the YouTube stream and just watch it through the StreamYard.
You still got the echo? I think I killed.
I think you got it.
Okay.
Michael Hogue, what's going on, buddy? So I guess we might as well talk about this. So Georgia apparently is having a very high-end person in our program resign under allegations of sexual harassment. Have you guys seen that?
I saw that.
Ain't seen it.
So there is a. Hang on, let me pull it up here.
Oh, snap.
Was it Kirby?
Oh.
Was it Will?
That's what my money's on. He come out of Florida.
Hey, Booty Sniper might know. I mean, with a name like that, he's got to figure it out. I mean, I've got the inside scoop on that stuff.
Yeah. I've been out of pocket for a while.
Josh Lee has stepped down as Georgia's director of football operations amid an investigation by UGA's Equal Opportunity Office into allegations of sexual harassment. Yeah.
So it's administrative.
The AJC relays that Georgia's initially only confirmed Lee's resignation to pursue other professional opportunities. When AJC sought documentation through an open records request, Georgia cited an investigation. However, in its response to the AJC's open records request seeking documentation, UGA cited a state policy that keeps material obtained in investigations related to suspension, firing, or investigation of complaints exempt from open records review until 10 days after the matter has concluded. So, yeah.
Boys, I got to get off here. My kid just started screaming. If y'all are still up here in a little bit, I'll get back on.
Okay.
All right.
Wow.
Hey, Michael. How you doing?
What's going on? Admin don't count.
Man, well, you would think that people would learn by now. You don't get away with that stuff.
Not anymore, at least.
No, it's like, what are you thinking?
Too many cameras, too many cell phones.
That's exactly right. It's just
first of all, here's what you got to look at, and I'm just is Keith in here?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Oh, I thought it was Keith Carr.
Yeah. The more handsome version. Yeah.
Yeah, right. I'll ask his wife about that. So here's how I look at it. If you are involved with a very high-profile company, football team, university, administration, anything where you are high-profile, you have to understand that there are people out there that will use that against you first opportunity given. There's people out there that will even sometimes seek you out for that.
Absolutely.
Now, I'm not high profile. I'm just me. I just do a little YouTube channel and I enjoy the company I spend with, all the wonderful other football fans out there. However, I am still aware that there are people out there that would want to sabotage you just because they can. And so because of that, I am even more vigilant to prevent myself from being put in one of those positions.
Absolutely.
I ain't, I got 4,600 YouTube subscribers, which is great. But and from time to time I do get recognized in public. And usually it's my voice that people hear, and then they recognize my voice and they go, "Hey, I've heard your voice before." That's usually what I get. But even because of that, I'm like somewhat paranoid, out in public. And I'm not saying the allegations are true. I'm saying if you resign, it don't look good. But
that's a good point.
It's like if you're under investigation, you immediately resign. It's like, why are you resigning so quick, dude? What's going on here?
I think the Equal Opportunity Office for Georgia just puts a whole bunch of pressure on you to resign. That's what happened with Adam Anderson.
Exactly.
But here's what I'm saying though. Well, there's a big difference between a player who's on scholarship and an administrative person who is being paid a salary. One certainly has more rights than the other, as far as when it comes to defending yourself with your job, because being a player going to a university on scholarship is a privilege. Being an employee has a whole nother set of rules and protections and rights, including sexual harassment. Now, a lot of those cross over into the same areas, but what I will tell you is that if I have a career where I'm making $200K plus a year, I'm not just going to resign that job all willy-nilly because the HR is like, you need to resign. Now, hold on a minute. I ain't finna throw away a $200K a year job just because you think I should quit.
Right.
We gonna figure this out, especially if I didn't do anything.
Well, for school teachers and anybody in the education system, resigning gives you a better opportunity to find another job at another education, whether facility, whether that be a college, high school, whatever. And
while I will agree with that, and 99% of the atmosphere, whatever of teaching, any job that you lose or quit because of a sexual assault or harassment allegation, you ain't getting hired nowhere else, no time soon anyway. Right. So no, I ain't finna just throw the towel in. If I ain't done nothing wrong, I ain't done nothing wrong. I ain't finna to just walk away.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
I know that I had a high school basketball coach. I know that he was flirting around with young girls and everything, and they told him, "Hey, guess what? You need to resign or go find someplace else, or we'll open something up on you."
But your first statement there caveated exactly what I was talking about. He knew he did something wrong. That's why he resigned.
Right.
That's what I'm saying is if this guy didn't do anything wrong, he would not have resigned. That's what I'm saying.
Right. Well,
I got you, dog.
One thing that bothers me is, especially in a situation with whether it's Adam Anderson or anybody, is that no matter who you are, there is still due process. And let's use Adam Anderson just as an example. There's an allegation, and yeah, it's a very serious allegation. But what if it comes out and finds out that man was innocent?
Well, there's a difference between sexually abusing someone and just harassing somebody.
Well, bro, I mean, here's the thing, though. I don't care what the allegation is. due process is due process. And again, I get it what you're saying. I mean, yeah, there's a difference between harassment and then an assault. But I think we've seen it before, and if people say you haven't, you're intellectually, dishonest. But yeah, for him, Brett makes a good point. For him to just bounce like that,
it is a little sketch. It is a little sketchy.
Right,
you know?
right.
I think what happened, and this is important because I don't know if you guys know what this guy's role is. Okay, but the director of football operations. If you don't know what that is, go look that up. But basically, they handle like the facilities and all kind of other stuff that has to go on. The director of operations, the operations part, that's huge. That's huge.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And you're going to tell me that this guy resigned before the end of postseason play.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
This guy is bouncing. Georgia is going out of town to a college football playoff game. Lord knows all the stuff that has to be done to make that happen.
Oh, logistics are insane.
Well, you got airfare for what, 85 players?
Right.
You got bus fare. You got rooms. You got food. You've got all this other stuff that goes on. Plus, you got to have a meeting place. You got to coordinate that with the stadium. I mean, you got to coordinate with law enforcement. I mean, there's a lot of coordination that goes around here. And this guy's like, I'm going to resign. What? Oh, my goodness. So, I don't know. It sounds like something happened. It says that the AJC article notes that this was brought to the attention of athletic director Josh Brooks in October and was immediately turned over to EOO. Apparently, he sent inappropriate text messages to at least one of his direct reports over a period of time. So, I mean, it sounds like they got some pretty hard evidence against this guy, but it's text messaging. I don't know what else is involved there, but that's just what they're reporting at this time. So, you know, you got to go. You got to go.
Yeah. Whenever you have a position like that, professionalism is really key, and you can't be doing that stuff with these.
Here's what I don't understand, and I mean, I just for the life of me don't understand. If you are in a position of authority like that, the director of football operations has a lot of discretion about a lot of things. You would think this guy would know not to put himself in a compromising position. Dude, you had
some people just have no self-control.
Well, you know, all I can say is that the guy sounds guilty to me. He looks guilty to me. The evidence certainly makes it look like he's guilty. So I'm going to go with the thought process that Georgia is going to be better off with a new director of football operations who is more professional. We'll see what happens.
Yep.
I used to not take Shane M says I used to not take sexual harassment that seriously. I'm now a father of 2 daughters, so I take it very seriously. Now, hey, what's going on, D4? See if D4 wants to join in. He always has interesting things to say.
Brett, I feel you, man. I got 3 daughters and 2 granddaughters, man. You know, I totally get that.
You know, I was telling people I still got echo from you, Sniper.
You still ain't got nothing from me?
I still have echo.
Do you?
Yep.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me mute up.
Can you hear me now? I still got echo. Yeah. I can. You got rid of the echo, but now I can't hear you.
What about now?
I can hear you now. But I have echo.
No echo?
Again.
Man, I have to admit, you caught me. I'm sabotaging your show, bro.
Well, you're not doing a very good job. This show's already sabotaged. And look, I just added another saboteur.
Oh, Brett.
What's going on, D4?
Hey, D4.
What's up, Keith? What's up, Sniper?
We got D4 before the close of the show.
What up? What up? I'm trying to fix whatever problem I got going.
But when it comes to,
I know what it is. Sorry, Brett. I got
no,
it.
you're good, brother. So whenever you get to the what was the show I was talking about? I can't remember the name of it. Let me see. Oh, like movies like Citizen Kane, right? Have you guys seen that?
Yeah.
So Citizen Kane, he's a bad guy. He's clearly a bad guy. He kills a bunch of people. But the older you get, and when you have kids, you start to understand exactly where this guy's coming from. I would never do that, but I can understand his point of view. And so, for those out there that don't take sexual harassment seriously, talk to some of your friends that are that's happened to them, and you'll come away with a different perspective. Appreciate that, T Money. Might as well hire our director. He ain't got nothing to do. He talking. One of your friends is talking to us, man.
Oh, Texas Rocks.
Are you guys even playing in a bowl game?
No. We went 5-7.
Is there any Texas team besides Baylor that's playing in a bowl game? Because Texas A&M just dropped out.
Houston.
Yeah, I don't know if Houston's part of Texas anymore.
Houston, SMU, North Texas.
Oh, so basically every team in Texas that's not named
Texas.
So let's go. I'm going to go ahead and pull it up here. We're going to talk about the games coming up this weekend. We also need to talk about something that happened the course of the last few days or so. The YouTube TV couldn't get their stuff together with ESPN and I think Disney or whatever it was. So a bunch of people ended up canceling their agreement. And I'm like, I'm not canceling my stuff because there is no way in the world this is going to last long. This just ain't going to last long. And sure enough, they got it resolved. So if you have ESPN, or if you were watching ESPN or had YouTube TV to watch ESPN, it's now back up and running. So
yeah. Them jokers found out how many people were leaving.
Yeah. Well, not only that, I mean, you look at the money and the revenue for football they were going to lose, and we're actively losing. Like that, they immediately ticked off a bunch of people.
Well,
if you were gonna play the negotiation game, what you should have done is you should have done that in like June. Don't do that in the football season. What in the world is going on? Are y'all watching this or the Missouri game?
I had it on. I cut it off.
Oh man, Missouri's marching band was joined by Spot the Dancing Robot.
Man, this world is going out of its mind, dog.
Man, well, every time I see one of them dogs, the dancing dogs, dude, it reminds me of that show Black Mirror.
Oh man, you're going deep,
dude. Don't if you guys want scary stuff, go watch Black Mirror. That is a great show.
Yeah.
Every one of the episodes is different. It's like Twilight Zone on steroids. It's great.
It looks like Army's about to score there in plus territory right now.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like on the 15-yard line or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Hey, bro, the echo's gone, isn't it?
Yeah, you good now?
Yeah, I lost my mind. It wasn't coming to my headset, so my bad.
Yeah, Army's getting after him. Army's gonna win this game. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I think I picked Army to win this game. I think
you should have.
Man,
I always pick Army again.
Are y'all watching that on YouTube Live?
I'm just watching the game cast on ESPN, just kind of the
play
update.
Yeah, that's what I was doing too.
I got it on Hulu Plus or Hulu Live, whatever. So I'm behind.
I got it.
Sarah Crane says Sarah Crane says she likes my my Santa hat. You are very welcome.
Yeah, man, you pimping that hat, dog.
Yes, sir, dude. Man, what talking about?
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Come here. Come here.
Man, you shouldn't talk to your wife that way. That you gonna end up getting hurt.
Yeah, man, I owe you an apology, man. I got my my Georgia swag now, man. I'm rocking my Arizona swag.
No, you good, man. You good.
My better half, my wife, we started a business in Tucson. That's where my middle daughter went to school. So,
Oh, nice.
But I do have I think I got it. One of them. There you go.
There you go.
They just got beat in basketball.
They what?
They just got beat in basketball.
Yeah, what did they rank the best? Oh, they did. Yeah, they was like what in the top? They were top 10, weren't they? I didn't see the latest.
They were number 6.
Okay, I thought they were in the top 10.
Tennessee Vols beat them.
Oh, of course. Go SEC, I guess. I don't know.
Who did Tennessee beat in basketball?
Arizona.
What's up? I'm in here late. Would you start at 8:00?
I started at 9 my time.
Well, yeah, I'm here in the. I'm on the Central Coast.
Gotcha. Hey, T Money, you asked if there was a link. I just posted it in the chat there. You can use that link and it'll take you to the YouTube live stream. That's how you share it.
Hey, I watched earlier this afternoon. I don't know. I've never seen this guy's page, but he went over the whole Texas A&M dropping out because of COVID issues or something. But then he went into the NCAA, the playoff committee, and the rules, because I guess their spikes kind of. I don't know if you touched on that or not.
I touched on it, but I didn't go down the road you're going down. But go ahead.
Oh, bro, I'm gonna have to watch it again. I mean, it was crazy. It talked about if Alabama, if they couldn't play because of COVID, or if Georgia, and then this.
There's a post on Dog Nation if y'all want to check that out. I think.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
It was some other guy. I'd never seen his channel before. He just showed up on my
recommended feed.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, and I mean, he did a pretty good job, but they're like here. I'm in Southern Illinois right now, and here in Illinois, I mean, they're starting to put on more restrictions and whatnot, and I know they are in other states because of so-called spikes, but I think that's a very real thing. I mean, we still have a week and a half. What is it?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I mean, it's pretty disconcerting. And what bothered me about it was if whether it's, one of the 4 or whoever, if they can't play that game, depending on whatever the protocols are, they're not going to delay the playoffs. They're just going to move on. And especially if I think there was one exception. If it was the actual national title, if one or both teams, and again, like I said, I was kind of half listening.
It was if both semifinal games were canceled due to COVID, then they wouldn't play a national championship game, or they wouldn't crown a national champion.
Yeah, that's what I remember. But there was a scenario that he did where Cincinnati could just be declared national champion if everybody else can't compete.
Yes, because they're undefeated.
Yeah,
because
right.
they're undefeated.
And like you said, you go back, and that's going back before the pre playoff committee, where whoever it was, group of sports writers, whoever, you'd have 3 or 4 undefeated teams, and they would tell you who the national title winner. Which that's ridiculous.
Yep. Hey, have a good night, Sarah. Thanks for joining us, and you're welcome, T-Money. Yeah, we're not gonna. Just so you guys know, I deal with the COVID-19 stuff, as it relates to the teams that are playing. But I'm not gonna go through the city by city stuff. It's not that I don't have an opinion on it. It's just that it's one of those things where it's so polarized that no matter which side that I come down on, somebody's going to be upset. They're going to lose their mind. So I just stay out of it.
Man, I tell you, I'm sorry I brought that up. That's my bad.
No. It was what T Money said about Atlanta reinstating indoor mask mandates. Whether you're for them or against them, that's your own personal opinion. But like I said, there's nothing I can do to make everybody happy. And if I try, I always end up just ticking off a bunch of people. So I try to stay out of it. And I just tell everybody, you're entitled to your opinion. And
that's for real.
Whatever your opinion is, I'll respect it. Right. But that's your opinion.
Dude, I was just gonna say, sorry, Brett.
No,
I was just gonna say I like Pastor Dave's question about Bo Nix. That was something I watched all week.
So Bo Nix, apparently Bo Nix has ruffled some feathers out.
Heard that. Yeah.
You heard anything about that, D4? I know you're usually into that sort of thing.
Oh, ruffled some feathers out in Oregon?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He was acting like big man on campus, and he ain't even there yet.
So there is a publication on USA Today that's called the Auburn Wire. And here's the title. This is an Auburn cheer rah rah sis boom bah website, and it says 5 reasons Bo Nix should not have transferred to Oregon. Yeah.
It sounds like the Barners are kind of butthurt a little bit that Bo Nix is.
But they hated him.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, I think I seen something earlier where it was like 50-50. Like,
well, here's the crazy thing is that Dan Lanning is now going to be the head coach for the Ducks, and he's going to pick Bo Nix.
That's crazy. Well, what I heard was the Oregon people are the Oregon fans are having a crazy meltdown, and I can't remember the kid's name that's behind the guy right now. I think his name is, I think his first name's Ty, and they have been gnawing at the bit for this kid to be the starting quarterback. And then you're gonna bring in Bo Nix and like he's the man.
Oh yeah, Ty Thompson.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Yeah, he was a 5-star coming in last year, and they wanted him to get the shot when their starting quarterback wasn't getting the job done too well, especially against Utah both times, and he didn't get a shot. So,
well, here's the other thing, is that Bo Nix has never beaten Georgia.
Right. Right. Somebody else said that. Yeah, you're right. I've heard that a couple times. You're exactly
First game of the season.
Yeah.
First game of the season next year.
Right. Well, we're going to have Stetson, so he might get a chance.
Not if I can get Nancy Kerrigan to return my phone call.
Is that right? Yeah. You mean Tanya Harding?
Yeah, Tanya Harding.
Right. Well, they're friends now. I can't say I want Tanya Harding to do it.
They are, for real?
No, dude.
Bro, that's how my day is gone. I'm like gullible like that today.
Yeah, Team Money, yes, they named Dan Lanning as the head coach, but he's going to stay with Georgia through the playoffs.
Well, that's good.
If he would have stayed at Auburn, he could have lost 4 seasons in a row to Georgia with the same uniform. As it turns out, he's going to lose to Georgia 4 seasons in a row.
Right,
2 different uniforms.
That's a good point. That's a great point.
Man, you got to go to another conference to lose to Georgia. You just wanted to lose to Georgia earlier in the season.
Right. Right.
All it was.
Get the butt whooping with
man.
Get it over with.
Well, when Oregon loses to Georgia September 3rd at Mercedes-Benz in Atlanta, Oregon's out of the playoffs right out of the gate. First game of the season, you're done.
Yep.
You're done. Hold on. We got to post this one right here. read that for me, D4.
Big Dog Brett. Stetson Bennett's pro day will be at Chuck E. Cheese in 2022.
Oh, man. That man wins the internet.
Stop picking on Uncle Lou. And also stop picking on Stetson Bennett.
I thought it'd be at the Little Man Special Olympics.
He ordered a small. I want the Stetson.
Hold on. I heard Stetson Bennett. I heard Stetson Bennett got a car. I'm gonna give you my impression of him looking over the dashboard driving.
I thought Stetson Bennett's pro day was going to be held at the Comic-Con for Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
it is the only NIL I've seen so far with that's the only name and licensing image likeness that's been sponsored by Ladders R Us.
Oh man!
I wonder if he does one of them toy for tight cars or something.
Man, they asked him if he'd be willing to step up to the plate.
Wow.
He said, "Don't worry. He said, "Don't worry. I have a long history of not looking down on people."
Kirby Smart takes the whole team to Six Flags. He's the only one that can't ride the rise.
He looks up to Kevin Hart.
He looks up to everybody.
Right. Dude, we got to do this.
Guy's got permanent neck injury looking at the offensive line, his own. Have you ever seen like those movies? Like the Longest Yard?
Oh,
Not the one with Burt Reynolds, but the one with Adam Sandler. His offensive line walks around him, he looks up, he's talking to everybody like this. That's Stetson Bennett.
So that was just on.
It's like Keanu Reeves from The Replacements, but without as good of a kicker.
Oh man.
Stetson wouldn't give his own offensive lineman a concussion from hitting him in the back of the head. He'd give him a sore back from hitting him in the lower back.
He's the only quarterback that can do a quarterback sneak and run under their legs.
Wow. Wow. This is brutal. This is savage.
This has turned into the roast of Stetson Bennett.
That's exactly
with your
right.
host, Big Dog Brett.
You know, I asked a question.
Co-hosting D4 Sports, Foodie Sniper LLC, and yours truly.
Right. I asked a question not long ago, and it was just, I don't even know if you could find this stat, but since whenever, however long you want to go back, the team that has won the national title playoff years, pre-playoff years, has there ever been a quarterback under 6 foot that has led their team to a national title? And I want to say no. I know it's a silly thing to answer probably, but or a question, but
under 6 foot.
Dude, I guarantee you.
Making me dig for stats.
I think I know one. I'm just going to check.
Oh, really? Are you going to find one? I can't think. And I mean, that's just a weird thing to, again, like I said, to ask. But
I mean,
okay, I'll say this: Kyler Murray. I know Kyler Murray didn't win a national title, but Stetson Bennett is not Kyler Murray.
Does 6 foot exactly count?
Oh, I believe so. Because Stetson, like 5'3", 5'4"?
In cleats.
On a good day?
Where's his stilettos? Where his stilettos to the measuring and everything. And
right, the 4 or 5 inch still.
Okay, here we go. 6 foot even. Ty Detmer, BYU. Okay. 1984.
Wow, I'm impressed that you were able to find that stat because I think I've tried a couple times. I got frustrated.
Drew Brees is 6 foot in 2001 in the Rose Bowl.
Is he?
Drew Brees is probably actually 6 foot tall.
Russell Wilson, 5'11", won a Super Bowl.
See, I'll give him that, but again, Stetson Bennett is not Russell Wilson by any stretch of the imagination.
Michael Vick did it in 99 and 2000.
Is Michael Vick under 6 foot?
He's 6 foot.
6 foot even.
Is okay. Well, I think that was my baseline, wasn't it? Yeah. Anybody under 6 foot?
Kellen Moore. Well, Drew Brees is technically 5'11", but they say 6 foot. Kellen Moore at Boise State is 6 foot. And y'all gonna slap yourselves for this one. He's 5'9". 5'9". Doug Flutie.
Doug Flutie. Man. Yeah, I knew he was short. Yeah, I'll take Doug Flutie over Stetson though.
Boy, even in current age, yeah.
Exactly. What's he like? 87? Is Doug Flutie like 87?
Let's see. I believe he played in 1984. So you figure he was 20 years then.
He's
That was
probably like
38
58.
years ago, 36 years ago, somewhere in there. So it put him in his 50 to 60, somewhere in that range.
Yeah. I wasn't too
He
far
still
off.
got it though, man. He got some
Dude.
zip on that ball.
Yeah. Well, that one throw that he's famous for, Stetson couldn't do that if he had a 20-yard run to start to get the momentum.
You know why? There's one play he never has to worry about. The jump pass. Still can't get it over the offensive line.
You know, Kirby's standards for quarterback are short-sighted, I believe.
There are those that think little of him.
Wow. Yeah. I couldn't agree more on that one. Short-sighted for sure. What was Fromm? Was Fromm 6'1"?
I think Fromm was 6'1", maybe
Yeah.
6'2". But but here's the thing. I mean, it's college football stats for height. I mean, it's so hard to tell.
You know what? And again, that, like I said, that was just a random. I was probably sleep deprived when I thought about that. But
I think you guys are just overlooking Stetson.
it's not hard to do. It's not hard to do.
I keep hoping he can measure up to the task at hand.
This is brutal, y'all. Does he have an NIL with miniature golf or something like that?
I heard he was going to get an NIL with Stretch Armstrong.
I wonder if the grass tickles his balls as he runs down.
It's not a Notre Dame fan. Yeah, he's the only guy I know that his favorite pregame workout is fruit by the foot. He gets 5 of them.
Hey, Big Dog, did you know that the leprechauns at the Fighting Irish were looking at Stetson Bennett?
The leprechauns. I like that one.
He's definitely had a hard time. I mean, we all like good and saying, but I mean, there was a lot of things that went wrong in that game. Stetson Bennett wins that game. All this goes away.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All this goes away, but he didn't.
No, you're right, and this is something I've said too. And again, this is just my weird brain thinking. If for somehow that individual ends up winning a national title, you think the movie Rudy got a lot of attention? You don't think they're gonna make a movie after that cat?
What are you talking about? I'm gonna make a movie after that cat.
I mean, that he will not want for money the rest of his life. All the stories,
the real problem that it will cause is not that it will hype up Stetson Bennett. The problem that it will cause is that all of the Georgia fans that are in love with Stetson Bennett are going to be worse than the Alabama fans I've been dealing with.
Oh my gosh!
Just believe in Stetson Bennett. Kirby knows what he's doing.
Oh.
And it won't even be the fact that Stetson won the game. It'll be the fact that Stetson was the quarterback in the game we won.
Yeah. Yeah.
That will be the problem. What's going on, Lizard Circus?
Yeah.
Lizard Circus.
I like that. So
speaking of circuses,
that's going to be the problem. Is that it's going to turn every fan into, oh, Kirby Smart can take a walk-on quarterback and make him a national championship winner. Really? I wonder what he could have done with all the 5 stars that's sitting on the bench.
Speaking of circus and carnies, I think Stetson Bennett will have himself a good future at him.
Here's the thing about Stetson Bennett. It doesn't matter if Stetson Bennett wins the national championship. He's not going to the NFL. He's not.
Maybe the CFP.
No, you're right.
Because their standards are low.
If you will say that he is the best player for the job and that we have the quarterback that we should have, but then turn around and tell me that you understand that Stetson Bennett is not going to the NFL,
Yeah.
then you just told me your first statement was completely inaccurate.
That's
I want
a
a quarterback. I want a quarterback who's going to be a first-round draft pick.
Yep.
That's what I want. I don't want a quarterback that we can win with this guy. I do not want that. I want a quarterback that you go, that guy is going to make us win.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Yep.
So if you're a Georgia fan and you think that Stetson Bennett is the right man for the job, but you also agree that Stetson Bennett is not going pro, you need to reevaluate your first statement. Number two, if you're a Stetson fan that says Stetson is the guy we need and Stetson is going pro, you don't know much about players that go pro.
That's a good point. Yeah.
If you're gonna be a 6 foot tall, we'll just say 6 foot. If you're going to be a 6 foot tall quarterback in college football and expect to go to the NFL, you had better be a phenom. You had better be an 80% pass throwing fool. That's what you better be. Because if you're a 60%, 2,000 yard season quarterback and you're 6 foot tall, you're not going pro. And if you're a 6 foot tall, 2,500 yard a season throwing quarterback, you're not going pro. You're probably not going to win a national championship, and you're not the best man for the job at Georgia. Maybe great for Vanderbilt. Maybe great for South Carolina or Auburn or Arkansas or Oregon. But you're not what should be at Georgia. Love you. Mean it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll drink beers with you. And I'm going to cheer you on. But what are we doing?
Yep.
Would not it be the funniest thing if Stetson transferred to Oregon?
Oh, God.
No. What would be absolutely hilarious is if Stetson transferred to Alabama.
Oh.
That's what would be funny. Or Florida.
Florida. I can see Florida.
Hold on. This
What
is the
Florida
best one this is the best one we hadn't seen all night.
He's so short you can see his
This man is so short you can see his feet in his driver's license picture.
I'm stealing. Who said that? Oh, I didn't see it. Yeah.
It was Richie somebody.
Yeah, that's
Richie Hamilton.
You can see it.
Hey,
You know, every time I see Stetson Bennett standing next to Carter Davis, you know what I think of? I think of Hagrid talking about his dad. It's like, I used to pick this wee lad up and just set him on the dresser. My dad used to think it was so funny. He's talking about Stetson Bennett. Just to pick him up and set him on top of the lockers.
You know, Stetson plays golf, miniature golf.
Yeah.
Wow. I think I seen Texas Rock said they're selling Stetson jerseys at Baby Gap.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Sorry.
Man's got a short temper. most patient guy I know.
Wow. Man, I almost feel sorry for him, but I don't.
Man's so small he can hang glide with Doritos.
Didn't he pose for trophies?
Man's so small he can use Cheerios for headbands.
Man's so small he can use Cheerios as a flotation device.
Oh man. Man, your channel's turned savage, bro.
That's why they call
Hey,
it.
Pastor Dave, that's a
well,
great
okay.
point. Is not Georgia starting the Bobby Boucher of college football this season?
No,
Stetson Bennett's got a great story, but unfortunately, I don't know what's
have a happy
happening.
ending.
Well, so did Bobby Boucher.
Bobby Boucher was an animal. Right. Yeah, Bobby Boucher at least was brutal. This dude, he can't handle the heat.
My mama said that football is for short people.
Oh Lord.
Coach Klein said I could play.
No, Ronnie Jones. Kirby thinks that. That's the problem.
H2O. JT is better.
Wow. But you're right. I mean, I've said all year, if Stetson even won the national title and JT never took another snap, JT's going to the NFL. Period.
Yes.
Stetson will never go to the NFL.
Yep.
Didn't JT start at 17 years old at USC? Because he graduated early.
I believe at 17 years old, he was just tall enough to go to the grocery store without having to ride in the cart.
Where's that guy named Uncle Lou? We need him here. Maybe he could give us some quick-witted short jokes.
Oh Lord!
Well, it wouldn't take long.
I think he's
to
done
come up
talking
with an
about
answer.
that. I've seen this show maybe a couple nights or last week or something, and you bring up quarterback situation. That man, his blood pressure probably broke the little squeezy thing.
Z Garner says Bryce Young is every bit of 5'10", 5'11" at Stetson talent. That sucks.
I agree. I mean, there's no
think
comparison.
Think about Kyler Murray, Baker Mayfield. They're all around the same height, you know.
Like I said, I don't care that he's 5 foot. I wouldn't care if he was 5'8". If he could drop nails with that football, wouldn't care.
Yeah.
I need to put some respect on Stetson's name. He's the king of an underthrown on purpose pass.
Boy, I thought you was just about to get kicked out of here.
He'll get you some pass interference penalties. He'll get you.
Oh my
80% of his yardage is off of penalties.
That's because of underthrown passes.
You know what? George Pickens is going to be a first-round draft pick because of that underthrown pass Stetson threw to him in the SEC championship.
I'm gonna show you how you know it's a Stetson minute pass. You ready? It looks like this.
Okay.
It doesn't look like this. It looks like this. He is the only quarterback I have ever seen that his passes have more hang time than the punter.
Yes.
Fair point.
Yeah.
And I love how the announcers try to cover for him. The announcers is like, he really gave that receiver time to get under the ball. He also gave the defensive line time to get under the ball.
Yeah, right. Yeah, don't get me started. You don't get me started on Gary Daniels. That joke right there.
I'll be so glad when CBS's contract is up.
Yep.
What was that? Gary Danielson has some of the worst takes in college football, period.
He's the only quarterback I've ever seen throw a football and you hear the sound. Boom. Ball comes out like a half-charged potato gun.
The ball looks like one of those T-shirts coming out of a T-shirt
Look at his face, and he looks like a major league fastball thrower who's like he's throwing it as hard as he can, but it comes out like a changeup.
But oh my gosh, he must have thrown 68. What the?
Right. His best pass, I promise you, his best pass is across the middle to Brock Bowers. That is his best pass.
Have y'all ever watched Dennis Quaid, the rookie? Remember when he was throwing at the stop sign, you know, like they have those speedometers that the police set up to try to encourage people not to speed, and he just was throwing baseballs to try to see how fast he was throwing, and it was like one of them was like 70 something, but the sign was broken. Well, take that concept and reverse it around, and that's Stetson Bennett for you.
Yeah. So Lizard Circus, appreciate the super chat, sir. He says Stetson Bennett is so small he gets hit in the head by his shoelaces. I ain't never seen nobody have to crawl up on the sidewalk off the curb, but I mean, I did watch the dog walk one time with Stetson Bennett. Yeah, I mean, we give Stetson Bennett a bunch of grief, but we support him. We want him to do well. He's a good person. He's a good football player, and he probably doesn't deserve the amount of criticism that he gets. And yes, I will agree that no, he did not lose that game on his own. But the problem is that he didn't help us win that game on his own. And that's what you need to be if you're playing at a division, a Power 5 school that's in national contention, or should be in national contention every couple of years.
Well, see, here was the problem, and yes, it's not all on Stetson. Very true, but the defense, therefore, a few drives gave Georgia the opportunity to come in within a striking distance of tying the football game or getting a go-ahead score on Alabama. If they would have scored on all three of those possessions they stopped Alabama on. But Stetson Bennett can't do that because he's not a clutch quarterback. He's a game manager quarterback.
Correct. And it just is what it is. So, all right, guys, we've been going off a pretty good while here. So it's about 10:30. I'm going to go ahead and shut it down. I really appreciate all you guys on the channel here. Lizard Circus, thank you for the super chat. Shane M 1980, thank you for super chat earlier, sir. Vodka Drinker Trips, Brock, Kirby's Advisor, Jay Shipes, been here for the whole show. Appreciate that, sir. WJ Willow, Crimson Brave, T Money, Z Garner, Friction Vixen, Pizza Woman, Ronnie Jones, Pastor Dave, Trishes was here earlier. Ballard was here, Texas Rocks, Strange Love, Between the Trenches, D4, of course, Booty Sniper, Keith Shelley, Daniel Rivera, Vodka Drinker. Appreciate y'all being here. Ronnie Jones, D Brown 2020. Also, guys, if you would, Willow, appreciate you being here as well. If you guys would go over and check out BVD, he just got out of surgery, I think, earlier today, and he's posted a few videos. He's got a pretty wicked surgery that was done to his foot. They're trying to get some infection under control. They're actually trying to make sure they can save his foot and or leg. So they're doing the best he can with that guy. He needs your thoughts and prayers and your support in any way you can. Appreciate that guy. So if you guys need anything, feel free to reach out to me. You've got my email address. You can also find me on Twitter, although I'm most responsive to leaving a comment on the channel. So really appreciate you guys. All right, guys.
And you know what?
Yo, what's up, buddy?
Yo, no one has yet to guess Big Dog Brett's channel.
Oh, they're not going to either.
Ooh.
It's not gonna happen. It's so abstract. They'll never get it.
Big Dog Brett 1, comment section 0.
Big Dog Brett 1, comment section -50 because we had a bunch of guesses tonight.
Jeez.
All right, guys. Well, I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe to my channel, Big Dog Brett. And I'm also simulcasting on Voice of College Football for Georgia, Voice of College Football, and SEC Voice of College Football. Go check out Mark Rogers TV. You can find him in the chat. Just in the search bar. Just go to YouTube, type in Mark Rogers TV, and subscribe to all his channels. Makes great content all the time. Really appreciate you guys being here. We will have more content for you guys. Also going to do a preview prediction video for the Michigan-Georgia game, and we're also going to do a video for the Alabama-Cincinnati game. I'm going to give you guys my honest thoughts on those, so you can preview it there coming up soon. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. You guys have a great day. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
God bless. Go Dogs.
Go Dogs.